we're going to talk about a topic that is called motivation. First, I want to introduce the topic, and then we, my friend Gustavo, and me are going to talk about two theories of this topic. First of all, I want to retake some concepts that we were talking during this morning about what motivation is and means. Okay, I want to bring it to the etymological meaning of the word, which we have to divide this concept in motive and motives and modus and purpose. What does modus means? Motion. What does purpose mean? Emptiness. See? If we join these two words, we would find that the meaning of the word is motivation. So we're talking about that people moves or we move because we feel that something that we don't have some satisfactories. Okay, thinking in this way, we can translate this into a process that we can call it the motivation process. Okay. I want to ask you, which is the root of our motives? Why do we decide and why do we make things happen?
Because you have sort of a vision.
Because you have a need.
Because you have a need. Okay, but what you can find before the need? That's right, you have a vision, you have a need, we can have many things, but which is the root of our motives?
I want to do something.
I want to do for what?
Desires.
Desires. But which are the causes of desire? Which are the causes of needs?
That we don't have.
Because we don't have that. That's right. We don't have that. So we must begin in this process in gaps. Okay, I don't have. See, I don't have something. But I'm not talking only about material things. We have many gaps. It could be materials, it could be spiritual, it could be intellectual, it could be sentimental, it could be of any.
You have to say that we are an incomplete person.
Totally. Almost always we're incomplete. That's right. So these gaps are causes of needs, and these gaps are causes of desires. So when we perceive these needs and these desires, what do we feel?
At first, but because I have
If we don't have covered these needs or these desires,
You feel
unsatisfied. Oh, that's right. Dissatisfied. You feel dissatisfied. That's right. So this dissatisfaction causes in us tensions. let's call it tensions, let's call it stress, however you want to call it. Okay? If these tensions don't disappear, it will make us take decisions. And these decisions will turn into actions. Okay? If these actions are well done, maybe, probably, we can get the satisfactor that we are looking for. And if the satisfactor is correct, the tension will disappear. Okay? It's very important something, okay, that this satisfactor have to match with the gap. Okay? If this satisfactor matches with the gap, this gap will disappear. So, I have one question first. Yes? This motivation process, how do we, as managers of a company, as managers of a department, as leaders of a teamwork, how we can use this motivation process? Yeah. Because this is a tool. If you know this, you can apply it. So how can we apply this motivation process in our daily way of directing people?
I think if you use this kind of this chart, is basically used to identify in which part is the relation for employee or the person
Okay, you can find the gaps of our people. Okay, the gaps, the gaps that transforms in needs or in desires. These needs and desires will transform to in expectations. I have the expectation to be better in the future than I'm now.
To get something.
To get something that is this gap. So that's why it's very important that the satisfactor must match with the gap. Because this will be, if we identify the gap and if we give the correct satisfactor to our people will try to get the satisfactor with his job, with their results.
So the main thing is you have to identify the gaps.
You have to know
And
your
in the
people.
case that you ask, you have to identify the people's gaps.
Gaps. That's right.
Not yours.
No, not mine. Not mine. I have. This is very, very, very interesting because I have to first identify my people's gaps. See, and I have to align their gaps to mine.
You have to buy.
So in this way, we can walk in the same way, looking for the same things.
You have to buy the gaps into yours.
That's right.
And how can you do that?
That's
You
it.
align the gaps.
Praying.
My gaps with my people's gaps. How can I match that? First of all, I have to know the reality of my people. And knowing the reality of my people means that I know their needs, that I know their situation, that I know their expectations. Okay, I need to have very clear which are my expectations too, and I have to have very clear which are the expectations of the company. Okay.
Because you have to reconcile the expectation of the company
with my expectations
and
with the expectations of my people. That's right.
Well, I think this is an interesting process, but in the reality, in the current situation, many of the managers doesn't do this.
That's right. But that's what that's why you studied a master in business.
Yeah.
You have to make the things happen.
And basically, in the organization, let this process to be enforced to the
Human resources.
And they try to explain to the people which will be recruited, these are the motivations, economic motivations. Well, that,
but not all are economic. That's why so many incentive programs fail, because they are only based on the economic situation. The economic incentives. There are many kinds of incentives.
The human resources process only are focused on the knowledge and rewards.
That's
and
right.
The no money rewards depends on managers or the supervisors or on the your boss.
There are many ways in which you can find several ways to move our people. And I think that the first, and I really think that the first step to begin this process is getting involved with people.
Let me present you a case.
Okay.
I had a worker named Sabu. He was a good worker, he had responsibilities, he was a motivated person, but he had an emotional problem.
Okay.
His, can I say, broke with him, and he
go down.
But deeply go down. And he started to feel unsatisfied, a lot of work. I talked with him, and I identified the gap.
Okay.
But he doesn't see the needs. He doesn't what he desired. He loves the orientation. He loves everything. And I try to help him to identify the situation. In order to identify what could we do for solutions, because I wanted
to help.
Because I wanted to lose him. I wanted to keep them because it's a problem.
Okay.
And the solution is okay. You need to change your mind move in another space. You need to go to vacations. Okay. Let's see how many days do we have in vacation. I have 15 days. Okay. If we put your vacation in this period of time in which there are another 2 or 3 days of given by the company, you have a month calendar, and vacation. Well, you promised me you will go to a social groups,
okay,
like deportivos.
Sports club.
Friends or moving another in order to recover your personnel to start
To release?
to release the situation. And when you are in a mall, I went to Sesión. And we could release, and when he came back, he came in a best
Situation in the best mood.
in a best position with a new release it. He released the situation.
Okay.
And 6 months later, he get married. And
And so tell me,
and we don't need it. Money.
That's right.
But
That's why this is a very good example, because certainly you discovered the gap, the principal gap. And this principal gap was an emotional gap. So you help this person to solve this emotional gap, and obviously, in this way, he took the chance, see, and go ahead with his life in the professional and the personal life. So let me ask you something. What was the attitude of this guy up to you?
Oh, he was very grateful. Agradecido. You say agradecido?
Grateful?
Grateful with me because I helped him to solve the situation
Because you become in a leader, and you help him to solve his problem. And this is the mission of the leadership, to help other people to solve their problems. So this person obviously was grateful, and obviously in this moment is grateful. You. So this is a very good example of this is the motivation process. So, but this doesn't stop here. Okay, the tensions disappear, but we're very complicated. So we in a certain period of time we get unsatisfied or dissatisfied. Again, so we back to the desire. The process continues. That's right, because we are continuously growing. See, so we can call it as a personal improvement process in which we get what we need. See, but at the time we will need or we will desire other gaps that we are finding in the way. So we are constantly in this process of growth. We are constantly in this process of getting what we perceive that we need.
Okay, let me say something. If you as my responsible of one position, as a manager position, dedicate or give a lot of time to or go into this process, you waste a lot of time. One of my strategies.
But you gain a lot of loyalty and a lot of productive people.
On the strategy I follow is try to insert people in this process and in an automatic way, by themselves, try to solve or try to use this cycle in order to auto-motivation.
Auto improving and auto motivation. That's right. And you are empowering people. So.
But because if you do this continually, you waste a lot of time and you waste yourself and so this kind of problem.
it's interesting that you are not solving the problems.
No.
You are helping people to solve their problems.
I compare me in a facilitator, in a guidance.
That's right.
In a tutor, instead of his father or his, I don't know, the people who solve all the problems. No, no. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
It's not easy because you need to create a certain internal department culture. You need to
And institutional culture
you
too. That's
need
right.
support of the hierarchy. You need to come with several tools to do this because in all companies it's possible to do this. Not in all companies.
Yeah, that's
Because
right.
some companies have more time, motivation, motivation, and you have not enough resources or tools to do this. But it's a good strategy. Because,
That's right. It's a strategy. That's right. So an strategy is not a solution of 1 week or 2 weeks or 1 month. It's a solution in a mid-time term. That's mid or long-time term. That's right.
Because changing many factors in the company
And it is not a solution for all the problems.
learning is stable.
That's right. That's right. Okay. And this takes us to topics that we have to talk about. That they have to be, they are related this motivation topic, and we can classify the motivation process in two kinds of process. Motivation, let's talk not process, let's talk about motivation theories. Theories. Okay? And there are two kinds of these motivation theories. Motivation by content and motivation by process. The first answer to the question, what motivates our people? Or what does motivate our people? And the second question, right, is how we can motivate our people. Okay? The first talks about the insights. Insights. That's right. The insights or people. This internal motivation. Insights. And the second. Yeah. And the second talks about motivators. Okay, so if we relate these two kind of trends theories, we can find that there are different authors of this, and in the first we can find Abraham Maslow. We talk about him. David McLellan is the author. Frederick Herzberg could be other one. And in the motivation by process, we can talk about Stacey Adams with the what the theory, we can talk about picture room. Plus is another. And can you tell me another one?
Room Adams and the first one. And the objectives theory.
The objectives.
The objectives motivation theory, but I don't remember the other
I don't know that.
one.
I don't know.
Another one? No? Any? Please help me because I
Okay,
forgot.
let's see if I have to do my presentation.
Any?
So the third one, the equity
The equity, the expectation,
theory,
and the other one?
expectancy of room.
That's room?
Okay, that's room. The expectancy theory.
Picture. That's clean is good.
It's good now. Here's the machine gun.
Motivate me.
Here's the machine gun.
Here's a machine. Of course.
Okay, another author that we
Edwin Locke.
And that's right. Okay.
Edwin Locke.
Edwin
L-O-C-K-E.
Locke.
Well, like contemporary.
That's right. Okay, so now I'm going to leave this scenery to my friend Gustavo that will talk us about Frederick Herzberg in the theory of the units, hygiene, and motivators. That's right. Go on, friend.